Hey, congrats, Stipe.
Thank you.
I want to start just by asking you about your weight. Everybody, I think, was shocked that you came in as light as you was. Was it because you wanted to get more quickness based on what you saw in the first fight?
Not at all. I have a child now, so I don't have a dad bod. So it's mostly just trying to keep my body in shape so I look good, because I want to, I want a dad bod. No, honestly, with the whole weight thing, I was eating a ton of food, and I was drinking water. I was training hard, and it's been a hot summer too. So, but I mean, it just came off. I don't know. I mean, listen, I felt so efficient. I felt strong. I felt amazing. I just started off a little slow, but we're good.
You went to the body shots. Did the corner tell you that, or was that something instinctively that you saw?
Yeah, it's something I saw. I actually talked to my coach earlier in the week about it, and I was like, man, I remember always lifting his arms up when he throws punches or blocks punches, and I was like, you know what? I mean, no one really tests his body. I'm gonna start going. And I remember when Anderson Silva fight in UFC 200, he caught with a body shot and a kick. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's a little weaker than I thought, So, and I hit him with a couple of them, and I saw him wince.
And when you were in the early part of the fight, he was landing some shots. He had his hands down. Was that frustrating? Because I know you're a good boxer, and yet he's in there right in front of you with his hands at his side, and he's still landing on you.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. A couple of times. I don't know if he was. I feel like I was getting poked in the eye, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I was a couple of times. I'm like, God, is that a finger? Like, I don't know. I don't know if it was a knuckle. I mean, I wasn't trying to bitch about it, but I don't know if it was. But we overcame it, and listen, he's an amazing fighter. He makes people feel uncomfortable in there. He did that for the first 2 rounds. But then I started getting my bearings straight. I saw him slowing down. I'm like, okay, this is where I take it now.
And then lastly for me, where do you want to go? I mean, Dana talked about it. He was going to talk to you. Do you do a trilogy with DC? Do you rematch Francis? I mean, do you have any thought? I know you just won the belt, but any idea?
That's the number one question after every time about who are you going to fight next? Honestly, I just bought a new home. Been there for 2 weeks. I'm going to go in the hot tub, the pool, let my body rest, and we can figure it out from there.
Cool. Congrats again.
Thank you, sir.
Stipe, right in the middle here. In the first round, Daniel picked you up and he got you in the slam.
Yeah, I thought I was up there for like an hour. What was that? I thought we were doing like WWE or something. Is he like calling me out? I don't know. It was weird.
It was weird, but also, what does it feel like for you to be prone in that position? We've never seen you in that position.
It happens. I mean, listen, to fight, anything can happen, And he's giving me some good shots on bottom, but I wasn't really worried. I was smart about it. And he's tough. He's good. He's an amazing wrestler, and I just, like I said, I just started off slow in that first 2 rounds. I wasn't me, and in that third round, I knew I was a better fighter. And that's when it gets a little calmer, man. It's nothing but adversity. It's awesome. That's how we do it here in Cleveland.
All week, you seem to be making googly eyes at your daughter. We saw you at the weigh-in. We saw you
beautiful.
At the
Would you?
How much was she in your mind as you were in the game?
She's always in my mind. It's my homie. It's my sidekick. No matter what happens in this fight game, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to fight. Win, lose, or draw. I'm swinging. I'm going out there, but as long as I know I'm going home with my daughter, that's all I care about.
And did it occur to you that you actually finished DC in the same exact position where Jones finished him in this building a couple years ago?
I don't really care about that. I care about I got this bad boy back, and I go home with my daughter.
Stipe right here in front of you. Curious what you make of that new belt compared to the one you had before.
Belt's a belt, man. I'm champ again, that's all I care about.
Where did you learn that celebration after that?
Dude, honestly, it was in old school. We watched it today, and I kind of franked the tank. I just had no idea what I was doing. I kind of just lost. I don't know why I did it. I feel really dumb that I did it. And then I did the sock. I don't know why. I feel like I didn't do something with my hands or my feet. And I don't know. I'm an idiot. I'm dumb.
Is it just adrenaline that takes over?
Yeah, I think adrenaline takes over. I'm just I'm that guy at a party that does dumb stuff. Why would you do that? But it's fun.
And I think a lot of people going into that fourth round maybe had Daniel up 2-1 or 3-0. You had, I think, the second largest statistical comeback in a championship fight in terms of being outlanded and then finishing the fight. What's going through your mind, when maybe you're getting hit a lot? He hit you with a lot of big shots. What was going through your mind at those points?
Stop fighting like a bitch. I was fighting like a bitch. It really was. And I didn't take nothing from DC, man. Dude's tough. He fought the best really. He beat the best in the world. And just finally, it took me a little time to get my mojo. And I just couldn't feel it. I just couldn't fit in. And my one coach told me, man, when you walked in that fourth round, I knew it was going to be over. He's like, I just see your face, the way your swagger, your hips are moving. He's like, I knew it was going to be good.
I know you said you don't want to think about what's next, but I know DC tried to kind of stick it to you a little bit about waiting out for the rematch and all that kind of stuff. If he does choose to continue fighting, is there any part of you that kind of wants to stick it back to him a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, whatever, man. I'm down for whatever. Like, right now, I just want to rest. I want to heal up. I'm going to be 37 on Monday. I feel like I'm 98 right now. And, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Stipe, after the win,
What's that? Sorry.
after the win, you had both Dana and John Jones say you're the greatest heavyweight of all time.
That's cool.
Does that mean something to you? And where do you think you stand in those rankings?
I mean, it's awesome, especially John Jones saying that, and Dana. It's really cool, man. It's cool to be noticed for your accomplishments. Listen, at the end of the day, I just want my daughter to be proud of me. You know, my dad did something in his life. My dad, you know, he fought for a living to give me a better life. You know, that's all I care about.
So I guess in the end, is legacy? I mean, is legacy?
No, it's all about legacy now. At first, I'm like, yeah, fuck the legacy. Now I'm like, that's all about legacy. You know, have a good legacy. About me a legacy where I'm a good dude. You know, I'm a tough fighter. You know, I've gone through adversity. I've done a lot. You know, I mean, listen, never been an easy road. I don't mind it. I like it hard because it makes it that much sweeter.
And then lastly, I said John mentioned you were the best heavyweight of all time. Is that a fight that interests you at some point?
You guys are killing me with these fights. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I always say I'll fight anyone, honestly. It was really cool to say. Appreciate it. Hope he's doing well. But yeah, I mean, I'm not fighting anyone. No more who you fight next questions, though, okay? Please, I beg of you. I'm joking, you guys.
Hey, Steve, down over here. So yeah. Right. Who do you want to fight next? No,
you're never coming to fire station again. Out.
DC had 181 significant strikes. It was the most ever in a loss in UFC history. First time you guys fought, you lost in the first round. He hit you with one punch. Did anything change? Did you kind of know what was coming more? Or how were you able to absorb so many blows?
Well, I don't know. I knew I was a better fighter. And like I said, those first 2 rounds looked really bad. I know they looked really bad. He was teeing off on me, and it's like dug down deep, man. You know, it's a Midwest thing, dude.
What kind of ribbing are you going to get when you go back to the fire station?
It's going to be terrible. I don't think I'm going to work again. I might quit. They're going to destroy me. It's not going to be fun.
You're trying to go full time.
Well, yeah, I got no choice then, yeah.
They may bring up that dance at the end.
Oh, 100%. They're going to make me do it on the front of the apron. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be awkward.
And last thing for me, you weighed in at 230 pounds.
Yeah.
There's no way you go to 205.
Oh, God, no.
No chance, right?
No. That was crazy. I completely weighed that much. But yeah, it just, like I said, it just wasn't trying it. I was just working out hard and just eating good and just, you know, drinking a ton of water. I mean, I no joke, I would go and get like a burger just to like, cause I was like, what the hell? So I would eat shitty food once in a while just to like see what helped me. Nothing. And just kind of, I mean, I did a crowd machine during the week. Like, you're gonna stop sweating the minute you get in there. I was still sweating while I was in there. I mean, I hope I don't get frostbite. Be careful. Like that with the Antonio Brown, that would be terrible, right? I couldn't fight. That'd be terrible. But anyway. But thanks for the article. It was a great article, by the way. You did.
Thanks. Thank you.
So you were just being honest about getting beat up those first couple of rounds?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, in hindsight now, it doesn't matter because you won, but
Yeah.
Was there ring rust? Was there jitters? Was there an adrenaline dump?
Well, I don't think it was an adrenaline dump. I think it was more like the ring rust and just getting my bearings straight. He's a tough guy, and he's really awkward. He makes it awkward for you. That's what he's good at. And I think it just, it just took me a little bit, you know. But hey, like you said, it's a marathon.
So he said that he let his coaches down. He feels like he let his coaches down by not wrestling. Did you expect him to try to take you down more?
Yeah, I mean, he got me that first takedown. I felt comfortable. I got an angle, and I idiot. I didn't do what I was supposed to. I've been working on it the whole camp, and then he lifted me up like, I don't know. I thought he was gonna start walking around the octagon or something. You know, he's like, I don't know. And then and after that, I felt good. You know, he did it again. I sprawled on him, and I started feeling more comfortable. I knew he was getting tired. I'm like, okay, so it's gonna be a lot easier for me because he's an amazing wrestler. He's an amazing fighter, and listen. Trust me, when you lose, you feel like you let your coach down. Like, that's what I did last fight. I feel like I let my coach down.
So obviously you had the joy of your daughter to keep you company all this time, but were there any times during that waiting to get that rematch that it did get a little dark for you and that you didn't, you thought maybe it wouldn't come or it didn't? No?
I don't know. I loved it. That whole year was awesome. Spending the whole year with her, getting to wake up at 6 in the morning, changing a poopy diaper, it's awesome. No, but I honestly wouldn't change it. I'm so happy. Like, me and my wife are so blessed to have such an amazing daughter, such a good kid.
And certainly it gives you an opportunity to heal up from any sort of lingering injuries you may have had anyway then.
100%. Well, it wasn't that bad. I think it was more mental and just letting my body recharge, because like, I mean, I don't know. Some guys, I don't know. Some guys can do it. I can't. But if I'm go, eventually I'm just gonna wear down. And just mentally and physically, I was kind of just drained.
Awesome. Well, congrats.
Thank you.
Stipe over here.
I'm joking.
On your left. Right here.
Okay, I see you.
All right, so Stipe, obviously there was a lot of talk about what would be next for Daniel, you know, John Jones trilogy, et cetera, et cetera. I know you just want to focus on your fight, but now that you're on the other side of it, how much did it bother you that everyone was talking about that and they just seem to be overlooking you a bit?
I'm used to it. I'm not worried about it. Listen, it's the game we're in. You know, I mean, people want to see this fight. People want to see that fight. Listen, I'm taking back my opportunity, and look what I got back.
Hey, Stipe, just one for me. Congrats on the win, first and foremost. You know, Daniel had the really special privilege of sitting down with his kids and watching that E60 special on him. When you talk about legacy, when you inevitably get your own E60, what do you want your daughter to take away from it when she's older?
Just, you know, there's a lot of reasons why I wanted this fight. Honestly, I think about it more and more. There's a lot of reasons, not just about me, but it was a lot about me. But like, I just knew I was a better player. But then, like, I wanted to show my daughter that, you know, times get tough. You know, something doesn't happen. You just gotta get back up and just, you know, dust yourself off. But then also, a bunch of guys at the stations, kids, when I lost, they cried. They all cried, and that really bothered me. You know what I mean? It just irked me, not in a bad way. You know, I'm like, listen, you know, and I want to show them that, like, listen, sometimes, you know, like just my daughter, sometimes it doesn't happen, but you just gotta, you know, and there's a lot of reasons why I wanted this fight. It's just, you know, more for me too, because I knew I was a better fighter, and for my daughter to show her that, like, you know, things get tough, you know, adversity, it's okay. You know, you just gotta push through. But also, a bunch of guys at the fire station, kids were crying after I lost. You know, like, it happens, you know, it's life. And I was like, it's okay. It's going to show them that, listen, you're fine. Get back.
Thank you.
Hey, Stipe, just quickly, I wanted to elaborate. You said before that it wasn't about legacy originally, but now it is. You gave the example about how you wanted to set a good example for, you know, some of the kids in the fire station and stuff. But as far as how you are seen by the MMA community as some of the all-time greats, when did that change for you? When did you decide? Because you've said a lot of times you didn't really care about respect and things like that. When did the legacy become important to you?
I think when I had my daughter, you know, just show her that, like, you know, like, listen, your dad's a tough dude, you know. He went out there and, you know, he got beat up a couple of times, he beat a couple guys up, you know, and just, he did well at it. He was good at what he did. And that's when I show her that no matter what you do in life, you work hard, you know, you can build your legacy no matter what it is.